Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Fable 2. Last time, we ended up getting ourselves some side quests completed after beating the Crucible, defending light itself, and putting an end to the Temple of Shadows. That quest line actually does have a negative side effect on Oakfield if you are, being evil. But what are we going to be doing this episode? This episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're going after the gargoyles that are hidden around Albion for the time being. We're going after the ones that I can get, which should be up to 25 gargoyles. So we will get the second level tier treasure. We'll also be doing another escapade of slave rescue in this episode, as slave rescue, as I mentioned before, is a reoccurring side quest, so pretty much you can do it whenever you want. But first things first, let us cut to our first gargoyle, which is going to be on the side. It's kind of hard to see it, but that's when I noticed, oh, there he is. So let us shoot. Dang it, a little bit too close right there. All right, let's try that again. That makes gargoyle number 15, so we have another 10. Now we're inside the Temple of Shadows, cutting out the loading screen. And when you come into the Temple of Shadows, when you are, in danger, these shadow hobs will start attacking you. They're not infinite, they're just hidden around the place. And we can hear the next gargoyle that's hidden inside the Temple of Shadows, but look, it's a shadow worshiper. Look, it was a shadow worshiper. I got no negative karma for that because he is a shadow worshiper. Kind of sucks because he was innocent. Alright, you're around here somewhere, buddy. Now, we also get ourselves a silver key, so that's always nice to get. And there's the gargoyle. Can't see. Kind of tried my best right there. Right, and pop. Now you might notice that said 18. That's because I ended up coming back for this gargoyle, but I just wanted to do all the Temple of Shadow stuff at the beginning of the episode. Now we're going to explore a little bit around the Temple of Shadows a bit, get ourselves some treasures here and there, find out what exactly the Temple of Shadows was. Well, the main thing is this wheel right here. This wheel is a sacrificial wheel. If you take people and have them follow you to the Temple of Shadows, what'll end up happening is you can sacrifice them to the shadow gods. Obviously, you become very evil by doing that, and I believe there is an achievement for sacrificing 5 people at once. But we got hollow men to deal with. Oh, another hollow man. There we go. That takes care of all that. And pretty much we are done with the Temple of Shadows already. I know, there's really not that much inside the Temple of Shadows. It's more lively than the Temple of Light, I will admit. But seeing as how we, kind of defended Light, it's kind of obvious that the Temple of Shadows would be deserted by this point. Because we killed their leader, Cornelius Grimm. But we got Treasure Hunting Book 1. And we got a treasure back here. So let's open this up and get some money. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna go into the Hob Cave that is on Rook Ridge, and inside the Hob Cave, inside the spiral room, there is a gargoyle. So bop. That's gargoyle 16, technically 17. Now where is gargoyle 17? He is on the outside of the Hob Cave. Right before you do that, to teleport to here, just go to Rook Ridge and select Hob Cave. And there he is right there. So that's 17. So now we're all caught up with 18, which means we are almost done with Rook Ridge. Our next one is where we end up going after Dash. Because when you come up over here, you can notice that wheel right there. There is a gargoyle hidden on top of the wheel. So why don't we shoot him down? Alright, so next up, we're going to be heading off to the West Cliff area to get ourselves some gargoyles that are hidden around here. And the first one is right over here, along with a treasure that I ended up missing. I heard him beforehand, but I could never find him on screen until I ended up looking around. Oh, we got a wizard's hat, moonless midnight die, so that makes our second moonless midnight die. But there he is. So let us get number 20. With that, you now have the ability to get the second treasure. But now we're in the Bower Lake area because we're gonna get all but one of the gargoyles here. So kill all the beetles. And let us head on over this way because our first gargoyle, which technically should have been our first one if I ended up actually doing this in order, is right down over here. Bop. So that's 21. Our next one in the Bower Lake area is by the bridge. Just follow the bridge that we ended up crossing beforehand. Go over this way. And this one's a little bit hidden, I will admit. But it's right down on the side of the cliff. Pop. That's 22. So our next one is by where our first silver key chest was. This is where we got our first silver key chest that we ended up opening inside of it. And he is up over here. You might remember that I was hearing this gargoyle, but I could never find him. Well, that's because he is up here. All right, so that takes care of that one, which means now we need to go inside the guild cave. We are in the room where we ended up finding the death notes from all the people and the augment. So let us go jump down right here. And the gargoyle is up right there. That makes 24. So now let us go and get number 25 in Brightwood. Oh no, we're not in Brightwood, we're in Oakfield. My mistake. This should be the last one for Oakfield as well. So this one is gonna be by the Temple of Light. This one I could have gotten at any time, I just didn't know where it was. Please note I am using a guide for this just to get my refresher, although a lot of the gargoyles I end up finding on my own, so I mean it's a little bit of a guide, a little bit of both, but I use the guide to end up helping me look around because there are a lot of gargoyles. Alright, and he's up around here, and there he is. So why don't we shoot him down? That makes 25. There's technically one more in Westcliff I can get, but it would require me going to the Spire in order to get it, or being on my way to go to the Spire to get it. So we're actually going to get it in the next episode. But there we go. That takes care of all the gargoyles that we can get in Albion right now. So why don't we head to the Gargoyles Trove, get ourselves our second treasure. So we need to go to, this is me checking to make sure, okay. So there's one in Bowerstone Market. I don't have any in Bowerstone Cemetery. I've got one in Brightwood out of 4, and there's 5 in Bowerstone Cemetery. We can't get all the ones in Bowerstone Cemetery yet, which is why I didn't go after it. And we can't get all of them in Brightwood yet because I am missing a few things that I need to be able to. So instead, I was thinking, okay, we can go to Westcliff Road, I can do all that, or I can go to Brightwood Tower in order to find some more gargoyles, but nah. So instead, we're gonna go to the Gargoyles quest and head to the Gargoyles Trove in Bowerstone Market. Alright, here we are in the Bowerstone Market Gargoyles Trove. So let us get ourselves our second set. So we need to destroy 30 gargoyles, which means we are going to need another 5 more in order to get the 3rd tier treasure, which you won't be able to do until after you come back from the Spire. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go to the Spire in order to be able to do this. Now, I forget to hit the button while I'm here, so you don't need to worry. You can hit the button at any time. So open this up, and our second treasure is a potion of life. Kind of useless, really. So, next up, we're going to do the slave rescue.
Dire news, I'm afraid. More people have been taken captive. Are you up for another rescue operation?
Sure.
Let's hope you make it in time, my friend. Details are on the note.
You know, if you have enough time to write out these notes with the details on it, couldn't you just go and free the slaves yourself? So, rescue the slaves being held in a camp in Brightwood. So, we have to go to Brightwood for this one. So, let us head on over to Brightwood and the Brightwood Tower. So, just cutting ahead real quick just to make things a lot easier. Where is the slaves? They are being held pretty much in where we ended up fighting the one... What was his name? I forget his name. The one we did for Giles. Luckily, I have broken OP spells, so that takes care of people with ease. And also, when they turn into skeletons because of the electricity, that ends up causing a lot of slowdown on my end. Maybe the spells are a little bit too powerful for the game. Okay, we got a trader right there.
Something strange.
Good to know. Glad you love me. I do my best. Alright. Let us head over this way, and when the camera changes like that, that usually means bandits. But not this time. And we got another trader that loves us. I think that's the same trader. Alright. Let us go up over this way. Oh, dog, out of the way. Alright, and...
Ready for the worst day of your life!
bandits! Well, we had to deal with this inside.
He's just getting started, and I'm coming after him.
Goodbye. OP spells are OP. OP spells are OP. OP spells are OP. Seriously.
I implore you, release me. Job farming
Right.
or something. Too late now.
Yeah, too late now.
Ooh,
For you. Zap zappity zap zap double D. Alright, let's do it.
Let me show you my
again.
skill. I call it levitating and thrill.
I implore you, release me.
Alright, that takes care of them. Except for there's one that's still left. So I'm going, wait, I don't get a key yet. Oh, that's why, because you're here.
It's not too late to be friends, you know?
Yeah, it is, especially because part of your body literally just clipped out of existence and is doing it again. Stop doing that. Also, come closer to my flourishes. Bop. Bop. And we get ourselves a key. You know what they say, Roxas loves keys. Anyway, my dog found a treasure, so before... We will, but first things first, we have a treasure. So, let us open this up. There's going to be another cut here because I had to stay on the screen for a little while because of something. And it's an old iron clockwork rifle, which means we don't need it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be ending it off right here.
Get me out of here!
This has been Roxas1359. Let us free these slaves and end off the episode. Next time, we're going to be heading off to the Spire. So you have successfully freed the kidnapped villagers. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to the Spire, where Lord Lucian resides and where Garth resides as well. See you guys next time.